guys, this is Jason with Photified, and it's been a while. It's been a crazy, just a crazy wedding season for me, and I've been quite busy, and which is not a bad thing. So, but anyways, I have some toys here that I want to talk about. The X1T-S. These are for Sony, and they have the Sony hot shoe here. So with the multi-interface, so now we have the abilities to do HSS and groupings and turning down the groups all at once, and you know, gives us a lot more power than the older triggers. The reason why I love these compared to the older ones is that now we can actually stick a flash on top. With the older ones you couldn't, so that's a plus. And now we can see 3 flashes or 3 groups, A, B, and C, and you can go on, I think, with 2 more groups as well. And I've been messing with these, and I like them a lot. So I ordered some of the receivers that will go on to the TT850s that I already have, and these are the XTR16-S. And they're no different than the other ones. The only difference is now they can read the protocols coming from this flash trigger and tell these guys what to do. So let's talk more about the X1T. So right here we have, and I'm going to focus for you guys a little bit. Right here we have the on and off switch, and then we have the on and off for the focus assist, which we don't get for the Sonys. I don't know why. I think it's probably because Sony hasn't released the protocol for that to any other third-party manufacturers. That's just my guess. So this doesn't work, so there's no reason to really have it. If you're a Canon and Nikon user, you'll be fine. And on the front here, we have our channel and our enter button, basically, or OK button. And then we have our group and we have our mode. And the mode button will set it to either manual, TTL, or off on the groups. So if we turn it on here, there we go. We can go to our group, and let's say group A, and we can turn it down. And then we hit OK, and then that will change the flash, and I'll show you guys that here in a bit. If we hold down group for about 3 seconds, we can now turn up and down all of the groups all at once and still keep their ratios, which is awesome. We can hit OK to get out of that. If we hit group, we hit mode, well, this means that we're on A right now, and that means we're off. And now we're in TTL. And then we're back in manual. So if we hit group again, in mode, we go to TTL, we can now change our compensation right here. So, pretty cool. We'll go back in manual here. We'll hit OK. If we hit channel or OK, we can change the channel as well. And that channel corresponds to the channel here on the dip switches on these triggers. So you got basically 0, and then 1, 2, and so forth. So you'd have to read the manual on this. It explains that and how these dip stitches work and what channel they correspond to depending on the configuration with those. Anyways, I have these older triggers on these flashes, and they don't work with the X1T. But if I put this newer one on, I will be able to do so. And I hot glue mine on. So I just hot glue these on. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one off. So just 1 sec. All right, so we're back, and how I take mine off, by the way, the reason why I hot glue them on is because They don't really hurt the flash in any way, and it actually just a little bit of prying and it takes them off. Plus, they don't fall off during a wetting. So what I do is I just get underneath it, and they just pop right off just like that. And the hot glue is right there, and it'll just come right off fairly easy. So now, what I'm going to do, because there's our port here, is I'm going to attach this new trigger. Now I just make sure all the plastic's off there. And here's our hot glue gun. And what we're going to do is we're just going to hot glue right here. And I put a generous amount on. And what we're going to do is we just grab it. And I just hold down right about here. And I just hold down right there. And just wait a little bit. Let that hot glue cool down a little bit. And there we go. I'll let that sit. Well, I just found this out, guys. Guess what they did to me? They gave me the wrong one. So, thank you, Amazon. But it looks like I will be getting my money back. So, anyways, that is for the older ones. So anyways, we'll talk more about this. So I got kind of screwed on that. Oh well, right? It does happen. So anyways, so this trigger works fine. Everything is there. And we could tell that we're getting signal. And if I hit the test button, we have flash. So anyways, I have my other flashes. These guys right here that we can mess around with. We'll go to B on this one, and we'll go to C on this one. So we'll do this. A, B, C. And what we'll do is we'll do a test. And we'll make sure this is on manual, manual, manual. And we'll make sure they're all on channel 1. Okay. So let's go to group. So group A is moving, and we're getting signal from all three of them. And then let's do B. B is working great. Let's go over to C. And C is working great. So that's pretty awesome. So, you know, and if we hold down group, let's do that. Let's get over and hold down group and see what happens when we change ratios or change all the groups. And that's sweet, guys. All the ratios are changing, and we get flash from all three of them. So there we go, guys. This is a pretty sweet setup that I've been waiting for Sony, and I'm pretty happy with it. Other than getting the wrong receiver on this, so that sucks. I'll contact that seller and tell him to send me a new one because they messed up. Anyways, so there we go, guys. This is the X1T-S for Sony, running on the TT850s from Neewer. They're also made by Godox, and as you can see, you can use the Godox triggers on the TT850s because they are the same flash. There's nothing, you know, different here. They're just branded differently. So yeah, I wanted to talk about one other thing that I think is kind of important if you're shooting together with another person. And so to wake these up, you just hit the test button and they'll wake back up from sleep. But what I want to talk about these is, let's just piggyback them. That'll be kind of how we'll go about this. So what I want to talk about, guys, is When you have two people and they're using the same channel, and let's say one person has different settings than the other, watch what happens. So if I hit test, all right, it'll use that setting. But if I hit test again, the flash will go off and then it'll change settings for this one. So flash will go off, then it'll change settings. Now that other person can have their settings. So basically, you have to release the capacitors and then it'll change, and then that person can shoot if you're shooting with two people. So just remember that if, you know, me and my wife, we shoot together and we're both going to be using these trigger systems, and if we're both sharing the same channel, we need to remind ourselves that, you know, once the flash goes off and then she shoots, then the flash has to go off again and then I shoot in order for those changes to take effect. So just some food for thought for those who are doing that. So yeah, just something to think about. So yeah, I hope you guys like this video. Click down on the bottom to subscribe. I will be coming back and making more videos. Me and Tim have talked about some things, and we have some really cool ideas coming up. Anyways, I'm gonna go return this trigger or receiver back, and so I can get the one I wanted, which kind of sucks. So, because I was gonna use it for a wedding this weekend, but not a big deal. So, anyways, guys, talk to you later. It was nice seeing you, and I hope this information helped out. If you guys have any questions about these flashes or about these receivers, just let me know. There is, you can change the hypersync. They work great. You can change the actual hypersync delay too, which is awesome. So now you can, you know, get that hypersync perfect the way you want it. And that's inside the function button if you hold down the, I think it's the mode button. So you can get there and get into the functions and actually, you know, turn off the PC sync on here and everything. And so, yeah, PC sync, and then we have a USB upgrade and all that jazz. So it feels like we're finally getting legitimate triggers and receivers from Godox and Neewer now. So, and now Flashpoint as well. So anyways, guys, talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.